Music. Who this music by?
Miu.
Musica.
Dig it.
That's their name is Miu. MYUU. Part of the
Mew.
YouTube Audio Library. They do a lot of great stuff. This is like one of the ones I like for Halloween. Little 1 minute something track that just loop.
Yeah, come on, Chrome, underp yourself.
No. Okie dokie, at the computers. So we can slowly end the party. And since Beatrice can't be in the party for the next dungeon, don't worry though, eventually that uncomfortably large presence of spirit will just kind of poof. Then you have the 3 nervous sisters.
The 3 nervous sisters?
Yeah, you've got Marianne, Vega, and Sirius.
Oh, yeah.
They've all agreed to just go drink.
Like, we are going to drink now.
There's so many archaic, destructive devices in the backyard.
I'm really liking this song.
It's just nice. A little nice Halloween ambience.
With the occasional sound of cannon fire.
Hey. I can recycle sound effects. I got you. Hold on.
Wow.
I know, hold on. I got you. Where's it at? Where is it at?
Is it?
Well, things are going to shit.
Nah. Just from the backyard. Yeah! Random horse dying in the background.
I can find that sound effect.
Don't.
No,
Because if a horse dies, we'd have to put all the toys up.
No, that's okay. We're finding it. Where's it at? It's right in here. Wait for it. There he goes.
Not that horse. Lost forever in the plains of Pandora.
Fucking dinguses. I'm glad we all just agree that that horse dying over and over again is wonderful.
The same horse. Lost forever in eternal torment. What has
Horse
this
probably
done?
has PTSD.
That horse is PTSD.
Fionn just leaned against a pillar, drunk off his balls.
Now, how accurate is that going to be?
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yes. So the elf costume wasn't working because it wasn't spooky enough. So you can thank it now kind of go white in the face from like a Selene for what you now see. Or technically the first one will see it'll just be Kevin when Norl taps him on the shoulder.
Huh?
So he went from elf to suddenly the entire front of his face is a feline-like skull, missing skin, with just eyes.
Oh. What?
It's okay, it doesn't hurt that bad.
God, the
I don't
itching.
know about that.
You see Ivy over there sympathizing. Because you remember, she has done that too.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently there wasn't a fear roll, there was a desire to carve Scrimshaw. You should give me about 5 minutes alone with that skull. Kind of whips out his little pocket knife.
There's still muscle here in the nut.
Oh. Well, I can fix that
Seriously.
I can
too.
do muscle. Here, no, hold on. Watch this. I can do this, and then Norl just slowly pulls off a section of muscle with a wet.
Yeah. No.
Do not.
No. Put that back and go show Fionn. I love that.
Oh, I can't let this go to waste.
Nah, see, what you need to do is try and
Ah.
scarify your neck with a rope.
I get it. You like that song, you nerd. It's a good song, but god damn it.
Well, I mean, you're already halfway there. You already cut your ears off.
Dissatisfied snake noises.
How spooky should I look? Small me with this, or do I go taller and lankier?
Ooh, go tall and lanky.
Ooh, yeah.
Ah, yes, dice. An uncomfy 11-foot Noro with arms that reach down long enough for his fucking fingertips to touch his calves.
Oh, yeah.
The blinky fingertips.
Kevin has officially, unintentionally hooded up. Yeah, no, that's terrifying.
Hold on. I think I get stuck halfway between human and wildy.
What?
Alright, so no eyes.
Oh,
It's kind of terrifying to look at the uncovered auditory glands behind a Wilgix's skull.
no.
It's just this pulsing tubule around their entire back of their neck.
It
Okay.
wouldn't cause you intense. At the same time, I'm also terrified of everything.
Oh, yep, no, need the skin. Need the skin. That's also uncomfy to watch, is all the skin coming back with muscle and everything in vein.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm good.
We need a mutation mage like Blue Hilda to offset the gross factor.
Brunhilda.
How literal do you want your animation? Yes.
Oh,
Teleport.
let's go scare everyone who's never seen a monster up close. Elf wasn't good enough, so he just turned into a fucking dungeon monster. And then went back inside. A few moments later, everyone runs out.
Nah, see, that's when you roll it for, what is it? Initiative. God, we haven't used it for so long, I forgot what it was
So-
fucking called.
30-ish people panicked and just ran. Only 5 passed out. Most of them are uncomfortable, but like 10 of them are way too comfy with it.
I've done worse. What?
To actually see an unfurled Wilgix of that size is usually something you see when you die. That is a big boy. That is he's a big boy. The big long arms and big long sharp claws. And then the saliva that he's just constantly having to put back into his mouth with an uncomfortably long tongue.
Ah.
Nah, it's more like a constant every couple of seconds.
It's best that you not let the saliva get on anybody.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Bonus is I don't have to uncan the snack. Oh. Well, that was mildly disturbing.
I believe Naibai was outside sitting on Kevin, weren't they?
They were sitting
I
on
believe so.
Kevin,
They were sitting on the mobile basket.
Yeah, they're
but they
sitting
can
on
now
Kevin.
move if they want, since the terror has left.
Oh, Mr. Scary Spirit's gone?
Yes.
Okay, they're gonna go back inside.
Fucking, this is a very catchy little tune, and I kind of love it.
Right?
It's very catchy.
Thank you, Miyu, for your wonderful little audio library contribution.
It kind of reminds me of a song you'd hear in, like, Banjo-Kazooie.
I can see that.
You know, very simple, but, like,
A lot of people have used this stuff.
something
Yeah.
cartoony about it.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's the nice part.
It's very catchy. I love it.
Okay, okay. Who's still inside? A lot of people. Also, it took them quite a while to find them, but someone who's been looking for Ivy found Ivy.
Oh? Who's that?
Well, technically there's two of them here, but there's only one. Cool costume. Thank you, stranger. It is a cool costume, a very expensive costume. How do you get the mouth move like that? You know, practice.
So who's looking for Ivy?
There's a smack to the back of it. The person that's looking for them is waiting until they're done handing out candy? She don't even know what Ivy's doing.
Doing something. I don't know. She's
Doing party stuff, handing
probably
out candy. Or making sure everybody's not lighting stuff on fire. I don't know.
they're wrangling the chaos just a little bit.
I don't think she's gonna wrangle what's going on in the backyard.
No, probably not. She's not even going to try at that.
She heard the
Who you wanted
kadoom.
back there, and he's just intrigued.
Who?
Who you was hearing all the hell, and he got very intrigued.
He just sees Ricky, Glycol, and Shadow back there.
Just blowing shit up.
Mhm.
You have to get Eerie to bring me my mortar. I
Shadow,
like
wait.
how Ricky has a mortar.
You mean the old put a round ball in a mortar, or a drop it and it flings itself mortar?
I mean, the kind that makes people wonder how you ruck so goddamn fast. No, I got a couple. I'll go for you. Eerie! Go get the long stick. No, the hollow one.
Well, Ivy completed her task of transforming Beatrice and Zen, so she's probably moved on to something else.
sins confused with the ears.
Beatrice is going to tease him by running a finger along one.
I hear things I don't wish to hear.
You get used to it.
Well, there's no time like the present to go do. I don't know, whatever the hell we want, basically. Hey, let's see. Oh yeah, the person that was waiting for Ivy is a very large. Oh my, actually, yeah, a very large. There's two technically, but the one that was specifically actually looking for them is sitting down, having a conversation with Noro. Apparently, this is a. What would the term be? What would this physique type? I don't know. I'm too lazy. I'm googling things today.
Le Google.
I thought let's use Herculean looking ass dragonkin.
Ah,
Hmm.
Coloration is kind of interesting. Got sort of like this gray blue body with a looks like a sort of a mane down the back of his head that has a slightly greenish coloration to it.
well, Ivy's going to see what this dragonkin needs from her. I'm kind of wondering if it's one of her children.
I guess you'll get to the table just the same time as the second smaller one will sit down. Okay. Hey, Dimmy, I got you the thing. Thank you. Oh. Mm.
Damn it.
Just drink it all. What the hell? The angry, smaller dragonkin's gonna stand himself up and go get another fucking tankard. It'll help you.
So, is that a pair of her many children?
That's two of them. Hello? You know, you gonna stand there and be awkward by the table side? He does that sometimes.
Well, I couldn't help but over here. They called you Demi, right?
Yeah, that's me. I think it's me. Pretty sure. Call me Demi. Understood why.
I can't help but wonder, uh, might you be one of my children?
Mm,
I'm
I
Ivy.
mean, well, I'm aware now. So, hmm. They're just gonna stand. Oh my god, Dice! Stop making tall people.
Dice like tall people, apparently.
That's like dragon dudes being tall.
As it should be.
Shut the fuck up, you supremacist. That is a 9.5 foot tall Durgan.
She's gonna look way up at him. You've grown a lot.
Is it done? It had 2 minutes, so I just let it cook out. 2:55 technically. All right, sorry about that. I was asked about the oven situation, which is resolved. Nothing's on fire. Sadly. Okay. Yeah.
You could always change that.
I will. Back into it. So, you have elasticity. That's the only thing I'm guessing. Hi. Because I'm half their size and you're... Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that.
Well,
Angry
it's
smudge.
very nice to see you.
Yeah. It is. Oh, look, my drink. Here. Thank you. Ivy, this is Eji. Eji, this is Ivy.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, they're only 1.5 feet taller than Ivy themselves.
Oh,
You get their size. Fuck you. Ooh. Yeah, that still hurts my hip. Ow. 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 Yeah. Hi, we're here. We came to visit because, well, you know, it's been almost 30 years and haven't really done any talking or stuff, so...
Yes, it's been far too long. When I came here, I'd worried I'd never see you again.
Don't worry, we figure that out. Also, are you okay with harboring fugitives?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Somebody's talking about me.
you sure they're talking about you?
Oh, please, Pussycat, you really think your crimes are remotely as bad as mine? Yeah. How many worlds have you genocided?
One.
Ooh, what you watch out, everybody. He's got a dark side in the making, yeah.
It wasn't even on purpose. It was by accident.
Bitch.
How many
Listen,
worlds
I'm
have you
just saying.
genocided?
You ever heard of Schmercury?
No.
Exactly. You remember that Planet X you kept seeing in your papers when you were growing up as a kid? You're welcome. That's where the Nazis
Yeah.
went, kid. That's all I'm saying.
The what?
Fire!
Fire!
Fuck both of you. One of you assholes can light it. I'm busy.
Shadow, fine. I'll do it.
Glycol is currently busy trying to help his wife shoot the Gatling gun for scientific research.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
Mhm. Like that, honey. Yeah, just keep going like that. There you go. Run the whole thing through. Run the whole thing through. Oh, you quick, more sticks. Oh, right. Oh.
Shadow. So, what exactly are we shooting at?
Oh, you know, sea monsters.
Sea
A rabbit
monsters.
orphan. This isn't a rabbit orphanarium.
Yes, there's quite a lot of sea monsters out there in the water. So it couldn't hurt for us to destroy a few. Or a few
Oh,
thousand.
okay.
Besides, it's my land. I'll blow it up if I want.
I'm not saying nothing.
Good. Don't.
And Shadow's gonna smoke some of his pipe while he's helping fire these weapons of destruction.
Probably don't want lit pipe near those.
It'll be fine.
It's just a thought.
Seattle, I want you to recognize that this is cordite. This is not nitroglycerin or nitrocellulose or anything like that. But I do have some nitroglycerin shells. Hold on, let me go get them.
Just comes out with like a literal 2-gallon glass jar of the stuff. Ooh!
What if
It's
you
like,
consume it's
ah!
only 2 gallons? All right, just a 10-gallon bucket that sloshes aggressively.
That that's
That
a
would be
lot of
terrifying.
nitroglycerin.
Yeah, well, it's my heart medication.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Well,
Um,
it'll get your heart going.
are you
Alright.
okay, Ricky?
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to play the Monster Mash so bad. I even have that and a couple of Rick rolls in here, but I can't. Sorry.
You did that,
I'm the
man.
person for not doing this to us.
Would you like to watch that video I sent about Careless Whisper? Done by the little kalimba? You know, with a little rolling ball.
Oh, was
Anyways.
that the fucking...
Anyway. But yes, you have met one, well, two technically, of your children.
Well, Ivy's overjoyed. And I'm sure at some point there will be some hugging.
Dominic.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll be here. You got a party, so me and Eshy will just go meet our other. Do we have other siblings? Actually, just
Yes, they're around here somewhere.
awesome. We should go find them.
I guess you'll be wanting to look for Mitsu and Chio. Hey, Kitsune.
There's a lot of those here, but you know what? We'll sniff them out. Just and then he'll reach down and pluck a single hair. Sorry. He doesn't mean we'll literally sniff them out.
We'll definitely have to do some catching up. Got a lot of that to do.
We can do that tomorrow, cause I got I got hired in as some sort of freaking replacer or something. They sent me all the way from the what's that? Edgy, where do we work? The guild with the capital. Yeah, that place.
Alright, well then, I'm looking forward to seeing you around.
Have a good one.
Enjoy your stay.
Noro's currently struggling to write in his journal with claws.
Is he writing about Ivy's uh, new family appearing?
Oh, he always catalogs all the shit that he sees. Alright, I can turn back to normal now. I'm gonna keep the lower half as is, actually. That way nobody, tries to look at me when I'm naked. That might be uncomfy looking at Noro's top half with giant-ass monster legs. But you know what? That's what you're gonna have to deal with. Ugh.
Well, Ivy's gonna make her way to Noro and give him the details that he would like to know.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Fuyu isn't a dragon, right?
Correct. This was before I met Fuyu.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but are your organs okay?
Oh yeah. Who's actually a god. A dragon god of...
Okay, so we're just gonna backtrack on. Wait, okay, you know what? It's fine. It's okay. I just.
Yes, it's a little complicated.
Okay, we're just gonna congratulations, children.
I wonder who the others are.
Mm-hmm. Could ask. Okay, so I'm just gonna write that down though. Too late. So dragon specifics like yeah,
Of less.
common one. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. All coming together now.
If you
Unexpected
wish
of
to know
Joe.
his name, it's Xerxes.
Oh, cool. Transitory nexus name. That is. I must say, and again, no offense, you have to be extremely skilled at some form of sex, either traditional or oral, to just. I mean, you got the dragon god thingy, you got the giant fox, that enormous bunny woman who was headbutting the lion. Glorious. That's,
We'll just say yes.
and yet, I don't have temptation. Ah, the strengths of love. Not that you're not pretty. Just, I know the most dangerous thing I can do is insult a woman's looks, because the last time I did that, one of them tried to cut my fucking ear off. Of course, that was the same one I'm currently in love with. You know what? It's a complicated thing.
Didn't she just kind of Kevin rolls up in his bag? Didn't she threaten to feed that same ear? She managed to get it to me.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. If you would have ate it, I definitely would have cut you open and made a handbag out of you.
I mean,
Or
I
or a
wouldn't
sick
do
joke
that.
and
That's
make
messed
a
up.
tail bag and just give it to a dragon or somebody.
You are too cool sometimes.
Eh, I'm a good person when I want to be, which is most of the time. Okay, so we're just cataloging that in the journal. Good, it's good. Where's Napa? I'm gonna go talk to the cute little bunny.
Nava's just hanging around, drinking the punch.
Hanging around on what? Like a ceiling or a rafter? They're small enough. Napa up there just hanging out on one of the fucking beams in the ceiling. Yeah,
No,
bud.
Naibai can't do the fucking thing Akane used to do where they kneel down on their knees and toes and just like scritch their way up the side of the fucking wall, hanging from the rafters by their fucking toes because fuck you, they're made of wood.
Right.
No,
Yes,
just
Farashi's finally gotten the kinky ideas. Good.
but no, Nabai's just having like pleasant conversation with other partygoers. They're not doing anything too eventful, really. They just
Naiba
didn't want
having
to
a
be.
conversation with Marianne, the slime mom.
Yeah, there you go.
You, you can, okay, hold on. I can be her for the conversation. If my bodily functions will first allow me to, that is.
I'll be right back. I need to grab myself a drink.
Are we good, body?
I
Okay, we good. All right. Then, if you have any questions about slime or how they work, I am here.
What did they say?
If you have any questions about slime and how they work, they are there.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why Naibai would have gone over in the first place, to ask them about that. Like, general physiology questions, like, so, are you just, like, a giant amoeboid or like a single cell or
Well, it is extremely dependent upon the slime type that can determine ultimately what happens. I, personally, am unique, but I believe I did start as a large multicellular slime, so I was slightly smarter and stronger at some point. So now I suppose I'm a multicellular sentient organism, which is why I'm able to shape myself in ways and really don't have any limitation as long as I have the physical mass still inside of my body.
so like what do you eat and drink? Just like normal person stuff? Or like
Yes, food, water, all kinds of manner of thing, alcohol. Slimes only consume rotting things because that's usually what's on the dungeon floor. But you can capture a slime, and as long as you don't stick your hands in it, you can pet them. It's a light singe, but it's nothing painful or debilitating. And you can feed them like you would a normal pet. If the slime isn't the right type, and there are domesticated slimes, so definitely talk to your local beast masters and alchemists and mages about them. Get the correct husbandry books and such. They can be treated like normal animals. They can be fed off of scraps like anything, and they will grow. Except unlike dogs and cats and other creatures, slimes tend to grow at an exponential rate. And so you will have to feed them stunting pellets, which are a lifesaver for people who want to have a
Yep.
slime as a pet.
that's a nice way of dodging around the R word right there. Uh, oh, okay. Um, what's the average pH of a slime like?
Well, measuring a slime on pH is quite difficult, though most do tend to lean towards a more corrosive nature around, what is it, -9?
Yeah, well, wait, hold on a sec. Negative?
Can't remember.
is the pH scale in this world the same?
Our pH goes into the nines.
Yeah, it
The
goes
negative
Well,
is
positive 9.
the standard, so standard pH scale goes from
0 to
1 to 10.
14 is
Oh yeah,
standard,
0 to 14. Yeah.
but it is possible for things to go beyond the limits, but
Yeah, like
generally just
super average.
barely.
Yeah. Like once you get to the point where you can't measure on the pH scale, you shouldn't be fucking with it unless you have a degree.
Yeah.
And even then, you should probably rethink it.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because as far as I knew, like, that was it. Like, you don't generally fuck with things that are outside
Wait,
of that.
Yeah, it's like
is
you
it
stay the hell away from those.
is it positive or negative? Negative is basic, right?
A
Positive.
negative
Bigger
is
the number, the bigger the positive number, the more basic it is.
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So electrons is
Yeah.
acidic. Positive is the other way. It's basic.
it's not exactly that, but
Well, as they've used the pH scale to determine how many ions it can strip off in one interaction.
Yeah. Wait, do I have it backwards then?
Oh,
I
I
think
am the.
I'm pretty sure negative. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were you
Okay.
trying to say earlier?
Do you
Oh,
have
nothing.
important
My
discussion?
boss called me.
Oh, by the way, if you'd like, fucking Shizuna has sat beside Fiona and offered to undrunk him.
Undrunking Fionn? No, don't do that.
Fionn, just a little. Just let me be able to walk some, please. Don't kill the hobos.
Oh, don't worry. And then Shizen is just gonna kind of lift the top off the box and lean out and open their mouth, and it looks like they have a gem on their tongue.
Mm-hmm.
You stole that from somebody.
Got a computer question after the session, though.
Alright, so Shizuna has decided to undrunk you by forcing an interesting magical dissolvable object down your throat with their tongue.
Oh. Oh.
Interesting.
Just be careful about Faraji or Beatrice doing that.
She's totally setting you up to fail.
Who?
Alright, there you go. She took her. It only took her like a second to do that, but she decided to spend like 20 seconds. And then you got Mon just. It's okay. It brings joy to my heart to know you're all comfortable enough to be lustful bastards around me. That means you're not scared. Hey.
Oh, okay, so I
But
was
by here to
sort of on the right track. pH scale is measuring how much hydrogen is free and floating around, which has to do with how many bonds are available.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Oxalic
Yes.
acid.
But the interesting thing is, I don't actually have to eat food with my mouth.
Well, yeah, as a slime, you'd be able to just touch something and start eating from it. Or, like, just hold it and that. Yeah.
But it does make people a little bit uncomfortable when I don't necessarily put them in my mouth and eat them. But it comes in handy in private time, though.
So, how thin can you make a, like, extension of yourself?
Maybe? Are you referring to pregnancy and the creation of Bonner?
No, I mean, like, if you put your hand on a table and you make, like, a puddle, how thin is it? Like, how thin can you make it?
I could make it thin enough that you realistically wouldn't notice it. Unless you had some sort of extreme ability to sense things a few atoms thick.
Oh, wow. Can all slimes do that, or do you have to focus on it?
I am an exception.
Now they're thinking.
And Nora was just sitting on the other side of Marianne, just writing all this down. Very interesting information.
Oh, I heard once that some people eat slimes as a delicacy. Is there any truth to that?
It is a common practice among some people, yes, especially a jellied slime. Though those people usually always regret it because it causes pain. See, unless you dry a slime, you can't actually eat it. Because you're still leaving all of the enzymatic acid production alive without it being dried. And so while you're eating them, they're happily eating you.
Oh. See, I was told it was for dietary purposes, like those crazy people that put tapeworms in their body on purpose.
That is another reason why it's best not to do it unless you know.
Yeah.
Now, You
That
could get
slime cleanse.
That full
you could
body
get a slime
cleanse.
in your body. If you were to eat a live slime, a small one, and then chase it with a severe laxative, you could probably strip quite a bit out of you, though. As for a dietary supplement, perhaps if you were to temporarily transform your stomach into that of a slime, you might be able to burn a lot of fat. The best way to lose weight, however, is going to always usually center around diet and exercise. Of course, I'm one to talk. I can be as thick or as thin as I want.
Oh yes, I'm always telling people about watching how much they eat and, well, and they'll look around. Not everyone listens.
Although your friends, though, adventurers often fight a lot, and so that's why they do have such unhealthy meals. Well, they're all relatively healthy. They have an exorbitant amount of carbs. Though I understand, I did have to get onto Mons once when he was curious if he could put on physical weight, but he can't, so I don't know why he was eating so many sweets.
I watch my carbs now. Thank you.
That is something I'm going to have to remind everyone in my party once they all retire. Well, if they retire anyway.
I hope that they can. I hope you will.
I hope so too. It would be really annoying to drag their spirits back to this world for the celebrations every year.
Yes, it would. Mons has finally found his wife from all of the conversation.
No, I love you, but you have to stop telling people about me trying to get fat out of curiosity. It's my job to get fat and be a dad. Not fair that I can't.
But you already have a dad bod.
I have I have an unrealistic perfectionist body, and I'm afraid secretly that I make everyone feel self-conscious about any pudge they might have.
Why is someone of your intense size this considerate?
That's because my father told me that the best thing you can do is always be truthful and honest. Oh, and crush your enemy. Literally, in my case.
Are Faraji and Doru around somewhere being lewd, or are they just kind of enjoying the party?
Doru's walking around the party, now that Faraji's done being lewd, at least to their knowledge. When that shadow stuff is coming in handy.
I imagine Daru's walking above the party.
She's not that tall. She's just 7 feet. This world likes to make people tall, so she's not really standing out much.
Oh wait, who am I
Honestly,
thinking
though,
of?
the party
Who
has a
was?
healthy mix of all sizes.
Yeah, who was the
You might
tall
be
one?
thinking of Masa.
Ah, yeah, that's it.
She's the one that's like 9'8" or something.
Yeah.
Well, I do think it's adorable that Suyu has a slight crush on them because he thinks they're pretty.
It's
Is that because they're tall though? Is he like tired of like small women being attracted to him?
I think it's sweet that Suyoi and Masa went out chatting in the woods and climbed the mountain. He's making friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's still out there meditating, and because partygoers will be partygoers, he felt people irritating his hands, so he just opened his palms, and now they're all watching this magical rodent carousel of arms with shit on it.
I imagine like pieces of food and little decorations and stuff just sitting in his hands.
Oh, hey, can you pass me that drink? Oh, sure. Place.
Thank you. So apparently, Demi accidentally bumped in the door. Or the
Oh no,
oh,
Timber.
Good.
Timber!
She's gonna be a little surprised to have to look way up to see somebody. And she'll just kind of give a pleasant grin. Oh, it's no problem. And then she'll just kind of like lightly pat him on the shoulder and move on. If I remember right, Doru is dressed like Indiana Jones.
Yes.
yes. Those two sadly aren't dressed in a costume because they didn't know there's a party.
With the tiny
Demi's
toy
just
whip.
dressed in his.
Well, she could bring out her own whip, but it's like 120 feet long.
Yeah.
Something like
It's something ridiculous like that. One of those whips where, like, once you get it going, it's going to crack loud enough to hear from the other side of the room. Not the room, fuck. Why did I say room?
The county.
that.
I imagine
I
she
think
has developed quite a number of interesting moves with that whip.
Oh yeah. Faraji is picking back a off of Doru's shadow. He literally is just hanging out of her back with his arms around her neck.
So, what
Nice.
happens if he's halfway out of a shadow and someone shines a light on it?
Well, if they disperse the shadow, then it will force him out of the shadow.
Yeah, I kind of figured it would just kind of spit him out.
Okay.
Okay, so just
Well, then the alternative.
Because he's not that skilled in that. Like, he's got skill, but he's not nearly as skilled as his old who taught him. He can't keep the shadow anchored to something like they can. So there's never not a place for them to hide.
Oh, he doesn't have Shadowbind Jutsu?
Oh, he doesn't.
he doesn't have the shadow stitching.
No, and he's decided he's going to wear Dorva's hat himself. Onward, Doctor. Bar. There's no bar. Just go sit me down over there by Marianne and Nora. And... Oh, look, it's Nightbite. Oh my God!
Doru's going to make her way over and kind of help Faraji out of her shadow and set him down with her hat back.
You make me feel like a child sometimes, and I
Hi, and Naibai will put some pressure on their wounds to make them.
Just flexes a little bit and just ooze.
it's fucking project. Ew.
What? And they'll look behind them.
Come the
This is-
traitor.
And then they'll look back.
I don't have time to unpack that.
What?
I'm just kind of neat. By the way, if you want to, if you ask him, Nora will actually tell you why he's writing all of this down.
I don't think Naibai's
He's not
noticed yet.
stupid about it. I mean, Naiba's been fascinated by watching Marianne, consume things with their fingers.
Yeah.
I imagine the slime when a more advanced slime, such as Marianne, eats something with their limbs. It's just you hear the very soft.
They've actually temporarily, just because they trust Naibai enough and they know that they're not doing it just to see a slime, they actually let their skin disappear on their hands so they can actually see the still hand-formed slime, but it's a pretty translucent, like jade color. And they'll
Pretty slime.
dip their fingers into a little thing of cashews and just you get to watch as they sink in, and then at an uncomfortably fast pace, just get reduced down to nothing.
That's a delightful color.
Thank you. It's different on all the parts of me. Green, and then they'll kind of remove some of their actual skin on their right hand and show the very pretty indigo color.
So what would you call that? Chromatic?
Well,
Pearlescent?
gradient slime, technically, is what I call.
Doru's just going to nod a little.
They're an RGB slime.
My father told me when I was born it cost many a great and unique slime to make me.
So you're the only one like this, huh?
I am.
Have you, tried to make more?
I did make one.
Naibai will think.
Little bunny gears turning.
The hamster and the bunny is working overtime.
Anu! And then just kind of, as if summoned, Bonnie will just leap onto Marianne's back. What do you want? Oh, hi, Naibai.
Oh! Oh, this punch is affecting me more than I thought it would. They're gonna gently set the punch down.
It's like that's set up for that.
Make sure you drink 3 times as much water. Be safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. They're gonna
What?
go look for the water cooler.
Would you like a lift? Because I also need some water.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mons will just kind of squat down and open his hand for Naibai to get in.
Naibai will hop onto their hand all bunny-like.
So Doru is going to just slowly reach over and take Naibai's cup. She has commandeered it.
Dion,
Mons
all.
has gone out to the crystal fountain to get a good drink. He's gonna just slowly lower Naibai towards it so she can sip from the fountain water.
Naibai will, of course, take sippies.
The Doru is going to resume smiling as she turns to Marianne. You know, I'm actually in a symbiotic relationship with the slime. Yes, we merged many years ago.
That explains all the squiggly squishiness.
I suppose there is a bit of that. And the slight pink hue.
Well, I mean, I've never had a problem with pink juice myself, but I understand. Don't mind me though. I'm just over here being fabulous. Seriously, I look good in everything.
Yeah, I rolled to see if Doru wanted that drink, and I got a pretty high roll, so yes, she did.
Noro taking more note of Raji still being fabulous. Noro being his rock and probably the only one of them that doesn't think that they are a gift unto the earth.
Yes, Doru's a sweetheart.
I guess opposites attract. A very quiet, polite, and loving Doru, and then just, I am amazing. Bow before me and my glory. Bow!
Dion, never.
I'm gonna go bully Fiona. Have fun.
Yes, he should be nearby to bully.
from where you are, there is the left side that Mons came in. You know, the big old sliding door, or the big bamboo sliding door. It was worth noting though. He kind of like had to get on all fours and squeeze through to stand back up. The only door that Fuyu had made to Mons size was the front and the back. But at least everybody in like the family social circle, you know, thinks of Mons. That just goes to show how much friends they are. They're like, well, is the door big enough for Mons to get through? No. Then make it big enough.
Exactly. It's like he'll visit. We'll make some
I mean, I'd like to
architectural
point out,
designs with him in mind.
I would like to point out that he has watched every one of the party when they were babies, happily for like a week at a time for their parents, so they could take a moment off during the early years of torment.
Oh,
Marianne was mostly there to do the motherly stuff, but Mons was there because he wanted to try and do his best to be a dad.
And of course, I'm sure they all had a great time.
And could you imagine the sight of his giant ass with every one of the babies sleeping on him at once?
That would be adorable. And of course, there would be Baraji and Beatrice, a little bit older in their cases, but they'd still take part in the nap fest.
Yes, they would sleep on either side of his head. Because Mons wanted to, that's what he did. He would let Bonnie sleep on his chest. Just in case something happened, he would be right there.
Yeah.
Immediately that big ass motherfucker can move. I'm so glad the dice made him a sweetheart, because we would be fucked if he was mean.
No, he's mean when it counts.
no, he's protective. He's not mean.
Ah, yes, like the time Ricky, decided to give them silly slime, and then Mon struggling with silly string and silly slimes. It was hard because his fingers are so big he couldn't,
Hard to
deal with
grasp it.
And it just so he just resorted to like taking those sections of carpet and ripping them up with his hands and just like rolling them.
Just, I'm gonna put this over here.
That's another one of those moments when you see it happen.
You don't think about it, but carpet is extremely heavy.
It is.
He was
This
probably
is such a catchy
Oh
little
my God.
tune.
We can all see this as something that they did when they were all little kids. Hide and seek with Mons.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that would be great. And I can see him doing things like picking up the couch to look underneath it.
They were smart. They would hide in the cushion, so when he picked it up, they got a free ride, just one-handed. Where'd you go? I'm gonna find you. Slowly setting the couch back down.
And then pretending to sit on it to chase them all out.
I guess I'll just take a seat right here. And then just the screaming of children as the enormous ass closer. The sky is falling! Run!
The boat is collapsing! Then Mob just being the defiant one staying there.
You can't run me off, big man. Just tapping on the leg. I surrender.
I'm obstinate, not stupid.
Go, blood. I fucking just. Yeah, I can see that being Mob refusing to move and then getting squashed.
I did it again. I can't do Mons.
It's okay. I love that Mons is fostering a relationship slowly with Naibai. It's the most adorable thing in the ever.
It is the cutest.
Naibai is the only one you're allowed to call cute.
Yeah,
I am adorable, thank you.
you know what's funny? Bonnie isn't really scared of her dad because she's never seen him angry. But she's terrified of her mom because she was always the bad cop. But Bonnie didn't understand, like, why did not Mons never get mad at things he did? It's because he didn't care, and then she realized, oh, it's because he didn't want to traumatize me for the rest of my life. Imagine being like a 10, 11-year-old kid and having Mons get verbally angry at you.
Ugh.
If you think getting sworn at in Spanish is bad, try being sworn at in fucking
Latin.
Latin. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry.
Bonnie, fun fact, Bonnie actually knows classical Latin and
Oh.
ecclesiastical Latin.
I want to hear Bonnie go off on someone in Latin.
I think the only one who's heard the Latin would actually be Fiona.
Probably.
He's also been called a barbarian by her, by the way.
Is that a good
Everyone's a
thing?
barbarian.
Is that a good
Well,
thing? Question mark.
Barbarian to Romans was literally anyone who wasn't Roman.
Okay.
Tonight draweth to a close.
Well,
Everyone enjoyed the party and had them food. They had fun with each other.
yes.
And now everyone can go to sleep drunk. Whoever they choose to go to sleep with.
Mhm.
Let's hope to God that Ivy doesn't go to sleep with one of her own fucking sons.
No,
They
she'll
hung around the party.
you again.
I will say that Mitsu and Chio both met their match in Demi. They made the mistake of trying to tease him and immediately learned what a professional tease is like. I think what did it is when he leaned down and he wrapped his arms around their shoulders. You know, they call me Demi because it rhymes with Hemi, right?
Mhm.
Oh no.
And Eji. A Hemi is a Hemi penis. It means he's got two of them. They're big, they're veiny, and they're angry like him.
Angry cock.
Then you'd have Ivy over there. Stop that. That's your sister.
Your genetics will work it out. Actually, Demi did end up finding somebody completely random. Because he's just like his fucking parents.
Now, which one?
Eji did not. Oh, wait, no, Eji did. Good job. Apparently, Eji found one. Demi found three, apparently, because the dice landed on three. I thought that was a one, because I'm a blind asshole. You can't judge me, only I can judge me.
Too late.
I fucking will kill you.
No, you won't. You love me.
Yes, I will. I do.
Nope.
I'm like a hive. I show my love through murder.
Leon is probably gonna go to bed with Bonnie if he can.
You got bridal style carried by Bonnie.
Oh,
Coming with me. Wee! Actually, I can see Leon doing that. Wee!
No! Oh my god! I know exactly what she would do.
what?
What Mons did to her. You know,
What?
Eagle.
Eagle.
Yeah, eagle. And Bonnie with
What-
little moms would pick her up under arms, throw her up in the air, and catch her over his head with her facing one way, and have her spread her arms while he ran through the yard.
I can just see
Soar
the.
like an
Wait,
eagle.
Fiona, what do you think? What? Oh, just super flutes after being thrown.
Fiona, eagle.
Fiona, I am Eagle!
Then you probably have Ivy nearby. I can do that for you.
Well, he didn't
Cracks
get
knuckles.
defeated.
One Birdo coming up.
Oh my god, that's a lot of ammo.
What?
They ran through 3,588 rounds of Ricky's ammunition.
Jesus. Those barrels have got to be.
That is entirely because Glyco's wife had a lot of fun with it.
Now, are we talking about for the Gatling gun or total?
For the Gatling gun alone.
Oh.
He forgot to bring out his prototype, which is essentially it's essentially like a fucking 4-barreled shotgun that he was playing with.
Mm-hmm.
He thought about it, but then he was like, we're having.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go figure. The half orc really likes the weapon of mass destruction.
Who would
I
have
wouldn't say
thunk?
mass.
When you can fucking
Ask the samurai and the Indians.
I'd like to point this out that when you can hit fire like she can, its lethality goes way up.
Oh, yeah. No. Shadow. It's been fun, Ricky. Good seeing you again.
Man, it is scary to watch horny glycal.
Mm-hmm.
That is a terrifying concept. Is that horny mage that can turn your brain off for like an hour and you wouldn't even know?
Michael, good seeing you too.
He has to unglue his face from his wife. Have a good one. Hey, well, I'm gonna go inside. You two can, aim for the bushes, and need some fertilization.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find my wife. Speaking of, how's your wife?
He is excellent. So right
That's-
now, I got hooked into that. All right, I should put this all up, and then Ricky will pull a little thing out of his pocket, and he'll just kind of throw it on the ground and watch as all of those contraptions just get sucked into it. He'll pick it up. Here we go.
That's cool. Oh, by the way, how's Shiro?
He's fine. He's a dad. He's an emperor. It's all good.
Oh, well. That's good.
Yes, it is. Yeah. We're not going to talk about the fact that he's currently fucking the sun goddess, but you know what? He's like his old man. He doesn't settle for normal.
Yeah, I mean, normal's boring.
I just hope he doesn't. I mean, I left a couple of nods for him, so he'll be fine if, she decides to go hide in the cave or something.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that's how that works. Well, no, there's. All right, I'm gonna go jump into the viper pit.
All right, have fun.
You swear you
Well,
just seen a really fast tongue flick from him as he walked off.
Tell her I said hi.
Yeah.
And Shadow will go off to find Siri.
Sirius ended up just spending the rest of pretty much most of the night sitting at a table with Ma with a well yeah, you got Ma and they're just talking.
Shadow will
5 of you
sit.
can have a good dinner and then go
Yeah.
to sleep. You're allowed to go sleep at Drake's house. This time you'll consider it bumming because it's just for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that the party's coming to a close here, Naiva is going to finish getting their drinks and say their goodbyes to Mons, and they're actually gonna start walking out into the forest.
Have fun. Hmm. Damn it! Get your clothes off of that. Get them off, or I throw the fucking boulder. Thank you. That's a person, not a clothes rack, you assholes. Hi. I was napping and meditating. Ah, fuck! I fell asleep. Who cares? Ooh, what is this? Oh, that is Stromboli. Ooh, those fancy.
Well-timed notification.
Yeah, somebody gave me a poke on Skype.
Ew, Skype.
Skype still exists. Holy shit, that's right.
Too bad Skype isn't better.
Well, it was better, but then Microsoft bought it and ran it into the ground.
And
Yeah.
now they make it mandatory to update to Windows 10.
Fuck that.
Fuck that noise.
I mean, I've already got it, but fuck
Yeah.
that.
Well, actually, it didn't require me to update to Windows 10.
I required Ubuntu. Okay.
So, Napa is going to gather together some sticks and twigs and some kindling. They're going to make themselves a nice little fire. And they're going to lean up against the base of a tree. And they're just going to spend a few minutes feeling out the nature and all the energies flowing around them.
This land is much more wild than any of most inhabitants. It feels a mix between. It does feel very feral, but not necessarily dangerous. It doesn't have that same focused hum that most of the parts of the continent you used to live on and you went to and work on have. It has a pretty much an untamed feel to it. And you can even feel what like hundreds of different animal spirits all roaming about, but there doesn't seem to be any vengeful wraiths, at least out here. And there are the distant howling sounds of creatures in the night, but nothing that seems like it's getting closer. That is probably thanks to the fact that Zoiros and Omna are both there, and animals and creatures can feel spirits and know when they're at risk.
That's
Even
perfect.
though they're both, I guess even though they're both spirits, it still doesn't, stop them from trying to warm up. People are used to habit.
So, Naba is going to take that mithril cloth out of their inventory. They're going to kind of unfold it and get it ready. And they're going to stare into the fire. Hey, Mom. It's been a while. Things are going nice here. Made some new friends. They're really nice. Uh, there's, of course, the war still. There's some sort of church that wants to end the world, but we've got some really strong people over here that are taking care of it. We're getting a lot of training in to get ready for it. It's kind of exciting. Uh, I've met some really strong spirits too. I bet you'd be proud of me. Um, how's Dad and the kids? Are they holding up well? And I've gotten really strong. I've gotten a handle on what happened back then, and I'm getting better. And I just wanted to let you know that I love you and I miss you. But I need to do this on my own. And they'll throw the mithril cloth over the fire, putting it out, trapping the smoke. And once it's all out and just embers, they'll pull the cloth back and let the smoke all go in one big poof. And they'll lean back against the tree and wrap themselves up in that blanket.
Your spirit companions this time. They will sleep against you. Even if it's not very physically helpful. I know that if they're both there, it's a little more comfortable that way to have someone near.
Naibai will appreciate this.
Their faint conversation as you're going to sleep. You know, we could have had a kid. We could have had a kid. We could always try. Now, okay. Now, Namna is legitimately curious. How the fuck do you try for a child as a spirit?
Oh yeah, so from the outside, that might look like a pretty sad scene, I just realized, but Naibai's parents aren't dead.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are very much alive. That's just a nice way of like sending messages back.
Yeah, that's a form of
Yeah, I wondered if
communication.
she was sending a message in a special way, or if she was just talking to a parrot spirit, or something.
Yeah. It's a real ritualistic sort of message. Like, in the real world, it doesn't actually do anything, it's just a nice peace of mind thing, but I could see it totally being like a, if you're in a
Spiritual
similar.
voicemail.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got like an actual like head witch doctor are they over there, and they're the ones that whole job is to connect their whole tribe.
Is there anyone left to, like, go to sleep now? I think that's everyone.
I think that's everyone.
yeah.
Let's see, Doru went off with Barashi, I'm sure. Beatrice and Sen are probably being lewd.
Yeah, they don't ever go
Beatrice
to
is
sleep.
probably showing him all kinds of things with those bunny ears and such.
Occasionally pulling them and going, yeah, stop it.
She would be a tremendous tease. But and then Masa, I don't know what Masa would be doing really. Probably find a nice cozy spot to doze off.
I mean, they could sleep on Seleni's back because they've decided they're just gonna like sleep on the floor next to the fire.
Yeah, I'd say she would be with her good friend Solini. Or Solini Sura.
So, how
It's pretty much
does.
100% used to people just calling her Seleni or just Sul. Some of them even call her Sue.
How does Masa sleep? Do they like do that bird thing where they become bun, or do they like sprawl out?
You know, it's probably a mix of whatever is convenient at the time. If she's got a big cozy bed, she's not gonna just like perch on the foot of it.
It's just like you come
She
into
will-
Masa's room and they're just like perched on the bedstand.
She is
Just like I could see her just basically using those giant talons and perching on the foot of the bed and kind of squatting and all that, but she'd be happy enough to, sprawl out and sleep nice and cozy in it too.
she'd
But
become
if she's
low.
like out in the woods with nothing going on, she'd probably just like find a branch.
Yeah.
A very large branch, of course. But
Perhaps a tree.
yeah, she could probably do that. Just like one talon on either side of the trunk and just kind of hanging on by that and dozing.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically whatever is comfortable. And of course, if she's got a friend, then she will cuddle that friend.
Cuddling Selene is gotta be difficult.
Yeah, I imagine it would.
That was the question. Sleep on my back or sleep on my front? If I sleep on my front, you can lie on my back. If I sleep on my back, I can hug you.
She gives Minnie much hugs.
Well, Matza is a good fan of hugs.
It's a
I
trap.
can just imagine somebody being terrified and coming in and seeing. Now listen, don't you go assume that the whole reason she wants to hug her with all those legs is to hold her down so she can ovipositor her.
Yeah,
mean, you're
clearly
right.
traumatized them.
I mean, you're right because it's Selene and Mothra definitely wouldn't stop her.
Alana's getting a dose of lion and bunny tonight.
I like how they're just taking turns.
hmm
Oh, that felt good. Go to sleep, Mom. Selene just lied on her back with a big ass bird on top of her.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Much
fine.
hugging going on. And Masa wouldn't have to worry too much about having to be super gentle.
Nope. That is a tough fucking spider. You're gonna need a whole lot of rage. Gonna need the rage supreme.
Is that a thing?
I don't fucking know. They got raid max. Might as well go up another level. Like raid max, raid ultra, raid supreme, raid omega.
Legendary raid.
Epic raid.
Mythic, mythic rarity raid.
Raid. Oh god. Yes. Okay. Anyways,
Anyway,
I should
Godly
actually flip a
raid.
coin. Probably flip a coin to see if Selene tries to violate the bird in there while they're lying on them.
I could totally see someone taking a can of raid to fight the insect god. Just
And we're taking this along for good measure.
just runs up. You know that literally does nothing. Shut up! Give me the lighter!
everybody had a good time at the party.
And Kevin
Oh,
is
yeah.
stuck halfway out of his basket. He ate it up so much.
Good deal. Okay.
And yeah, all the people doing the sleepies.
except for the horny young teenagers, or
Mhm.
well, not even teenagers.
Yes,
just
that's
those-
true.
And
The
Fuyu, Fuyu ain't going to sleep before he eats somebody's vagina. He's a hungry
Mm.
boy.
Mhm.
I will use that excuse. I'm a growing boy.
Well, he is. I suppose you could say he continues to grow, just like Yon. She's 1100 and change, and she's still growing.
Mhm.
I think that's where Yon would be. Would just be, they would just have Ivy between giant foxes sleeping.
That would be quite adorable. And would make it for a very happy Ivy.
Morning
I'll
rolls
be
around.
right back.
I need the dice rolls, except for Nightbye, but I will need the dice rolls for everyone who's might be hungover.
Let me see.
I'll be right back.
Wait for my browser to unstupid.
Well, that's gonna take a year or two. Fucking-
It just takes like 10 seconds. There we go.
It's gonna take like a year or two for the browser itself to stop being dumb.
Well, I guess you got a point there. So got Beatrice got an 89. So I guess she didn't have enough to be very hungover. Let's
Drink in
see who's next.
moderation.
Doru? What's that?
You know what? I know why. Because Ricky found out that Beatrice was pregnant and swapped out her punch every time.
Yeah, she was not having a lot of alcohol. And probably the same goes for Doru. Although she did commandeer Naibai drink. So let's see. Doru, well, she's not hungover. She got a 99.
Mhm.
Yeah, her metabolism's strong.
Alright, and let's see. Who's next? Masa. 13. So I guess Masa's a little hungover. And Ivy? 91. Apparently Ivy can handle it too.
Oh, I
And-
did post
and
you
was-
on the Telegram.
Was Yon there also?
Yeah.
Alright, Yon. 99 again. Jeez, why are my rolls nice and high when it's not super relevant?
Dice no work.
It's like
So,
all of them except one were above 90. Two of them were 99.
does I'm scared to ask this question. What did that candy do to Fiona overnight?
That's a good question. So, meet Fiona.
So what? Fiona's gonna wake up a woman, or just with a herm?
Now, the dice you are very, very lucky that they averaged one more point enough to let you keep your dog as a hermit. But I was hoping it would just vanish overnight. That way Bonnie could bully you about being a lesser one.
Well, that's gonna be an interesting morning. Fiona's gonna get up, go to take a shower, look in the mirror.
Structure left.
Huh?
You have none of your masculine structure left.
There will probably be a scream heard throughout the house.
Very girly cat squeal.
Yes. Fiona's gonna look at Bonnie.
I imagine he's going through, or I imagine she's going through all the options of who did this to me.
Ah, yes. Thank you
What
for waking up
happened?
Thank you for waking up the big ass dragon that was sleeping across the hall from you. Bonnie runs in. Oh. Bonnie can't help just reach out and honk.
Stop that! Why do I have these? Why am I this?
Are they milky?
Those are heavy. Kind of jealous. Why the hell are yours bigger than mine?
Why do I even have these?
So wait, what are their new measurements?
This motherfucker's got a 101-inch chest.
Bruh,
Jesus.
those are heavy.
I like
Time
how
for your back
Bonnie's
exercises.
They're just over here inspecting Tion's boobs, and then you just have fucking Demi just slides over. Is everyone okay? And you know
No,
what?
everything's not okay in here.
Hey, um, you don't have to be hot. Also, could you put a shirt on?
Did he
I
say-
I think the answer to that might be no.
Hold on.
Did he just say you don't have to be hot?
Okay.
Oh wait, this is gonna make using the bow really awkward.
What? Yeah.
All right. So, just gonna back out now because I don't really think I could help beyond rearranging organs. So, just slowly slice both legs.
Bonnie, could you do me a favor and go get Selena soda, please? Oh, someone.
And they'll just pinch a nipple and then let it go as they slide their shirt on and leave.
Those are really sensitive. Ow.
Yeah, those are still pierced, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
The tender cat.
Just feel pacing back and forth, just trying to think of what happened last night.
Bonnie.
Can he remember anything?
Is there a
Oh yeah,
huh?
the alcohol was specifically spiked so that nobody remembered the party. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep.
So now Fion's gonna be extra confused.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can't really narrow it down.
Yeah.
Even if he could, I'm pretty sure that alcohol was strong enough that he wouldn't remember handing it off to anyone.
Yeah, it's like whether or not it was spiked, it was strong enough that he probably blacked out for that evening.
Hmm.
Okay.
Because of course he had to have the strongest alcohol in the party.
Of course. And of course it was Mons.
Technically, Mons was drinking his own alcohol.
Yeah. But his is like way stronger though, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
A sip put Fiona on his ass.
It took Bonnie a few minutes to get Selene to wake up, to get up, because she had to first unseat Masa from her. A hungover bird just making bird noises as they're uncorked.
I can just imagine just awkward squawks.
On nodding sounds.
Oh my. What, I'm an adult, I can do what I want.
Could you make me something? Or do you have anything that could cover me up so I can go out and find what the hell happened to me last night?
Okay, let's make you a new bra.
Ah!
What, do you want your back to hurt? You know what? Actually, don't. Technically, bras do more damage to your breast and make them sag. I'll just make you a large shirt.
Please. I don't remember anything from last night. Like eh.
It's fine. Clearly, just had too much fun. So,
What kind of fun though? Why do I have tats?
have you checked to make sure that's all you have?
Fion's gonna look down his pants. Okay, that's still there.
You know, in the case of your mother, I'm pretty sure it's behind the sandbag.
What? He's gonna reach down to feel. And there is going to be another scream.
Shh, calm down. It's okay.
You got
You know
a
what?
somewhat surly looking Masa kind of sitting up and looking at him.
Fiona is. I tried rolling. Fiona is in full panic mode.
Alright, let's
Okay, calm
see.
down.
How cranky is Masa? Apparently
Look at
not
this.
super cranky. she's in a decent mood despite being hungover.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, well, it's Masa, so whatever. She can be a
Alright.
sweetheart even when she's grouchy.
Mm-hmm.
Grumble, grumble, you're a
So
dog.
it's just a disapproving gaze.
What, did she go to Fiona's room to just gaze at him unapprovingly?
No, it's like she was sleeping with Sulinasura,
Oh.
and the disturbance was enough to make her unhappy.
Uh,
Slightly unhappy, apparently.
That was her giant bed that hugged back and was warm, and you took it.
oh.
In addition to screaming.
Yeah.
Nice. But Selenosura did, in fact, have a book, and she just kind of hands the book over to Fiona. Here you go.
What's this?
The book. The book that she handed you reads How to Deal with Inadvertently Being Gender Swapped in Your Sleep by Glycosantalard.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna have to read this.
I imagine that there were plenty of test subjects, and Ivy helped out.
Yes, that will work.
It's like, okay,
All of
we're gonna need this one over here. Okay, roger that.
they were literally just all of the second wives that they were just 100% just him saying, "Yeah, I'll do auditions," and then absolutely none of them. It was really easy to work with the men, though. Just random dudes that he fucking got off campus. How would you like to run a little experiment to see what it's like to live a day with tits? Fuck it.
Sure, why not?
For science.
I'd be one of those. Do I get to keep them?
It's like, if you want to.
Fiona is very confused right now. He's not sure what to think.
The opening line. So the foreplay went a little too far, huh? Don't worry. That's more of a gag if you want. Do you want the gag though? You might need it. Make this shirt right. And Selene will sit themselves down and begin to knit just straight from Spinneret.
I like the fact that his first thought was get Sulinasura, not get Ivy.
Well, he's gonna go out to talk to everybody, but he doesn't want to go out there with his tits flopping around.
Selene is just. I love how her nails extend and she knits with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That kind of sounds like something Yon would do too.
That sounds difficult.
Yeah.
Being someone
Yeah, also-
that's actually knit before.
When
Ivy, you also gotta.
when you have fucking double jointed fingers like Selene, it's not difficult at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like getting the tips to go to the right spot and looping at the same time.
She's probably had a lot of practice.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but eh.
Yeah, I'm sure she's got centuries of practice, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all stuffed up.
Way to get into character.
Ivy. Fionn wouldn't be really thinking straight right now. He's probably thinking a million things a second, and they're all wrong.
We got Bonnie just thinking all the right things. Mob heard the screaming.
Wait.
I was yelling this early in the fucking morning.
Hold on, I
Fion's
got a quick question. If you're stupid enough, can you just think incorrect thoughts hard enough to fuck with someone trying to read your brain and actually do damage?
One of the ways that you fight a divination mage prying your brain is fill it with nonsensical bullshit. Don't try that with Glyco, though. He's literally strong enough that he can forcibly straighten your thoughts.
Oh.
He can meme you.
Yeah, the more you resist trying to tell him or like just think what he wants you to think or so he can see, the worse it hurts.
And we see
But
why
not a
he
lot
was
of-
a college professor.
Fion's gonna
like
cover
one of the
himself.
things- just one of the things about Glyco here that you need to know is he is a college professor, but for a few years he was a volunteer interrogator for Nemanthia. So he would interrogate people forcibly. Also,
Oh.
actually, they helped get him credentials in the other country because they just have that much reach. It's like, oh, he's not highborn. He doesn't have a birth certificate. No. And then Osmandius was like, I could really use your help. Torture this guy and I'll get you in. I wish I was joking. That's pretty much exactly what he said. Osmandius is just a very straightforward ruler.
We can't hire this man, he doesn't have a birth certificate. I'm alive, aren't I? I'm here! Like,
He has.
There's no
woven it.
paperwork to prove it.
He added a few dyes and gave you a nice. I see. A dark pink shirt.
that's a pretty
Put
manly
the shirt
color.
on.
Very soft. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go find Masa and correct the unacceptable act of you depriving them of their bed.
Yes, Masa will be happy to have her bed back and resume the cuddles and sleeping.
Fion's gonna look at Mob. What?
Oh, by the way, Kevin, see how hungover Kevin is? Just got mobbed. Just Fiona. If it's any consolation, you don't actually look bad. You're very pretty. So
I'm assuming
Kudos?
a D100 for the application thing.
Yeah.
17.
hungover snack.
Hungover Snick.
Nice, likely.
Demi's already told off on Fiona.
What do you mean?
He waited until he seen Fuyu walking around and told Fuyu, or rather asked Fuyu to go get Ivy so he could go tell them.
Oh no. Who you knows? Oh no.
Oh, that's cute. Naibai heard the screaming and has walked in holding their mithril blanket like a kid holds their favorite blankie. Alright, who's dying?
Fion. Hello. Welcome to my crisis.
Oh, you have tits now. Cool.
That's not the only thing I got.
Alright, well, wear a condom from now on. Oh, wait.
Fucking
No. The other way around. Make sure
Oh.
the other person, right? That's what you're talking about?
Not yet. Alright. Calm down. This is a dream, right? I'm still asleep. This is a nightmare.
Fucking Faraji just walking up in the back of the group only to start.
Nabai will come over and pinch you on the shoulder. Are you asleep?
Unfortunately not.
Am I asleep?
Let's see how many minutes it takes Ivy to show up.
Fion's gonna leave the room and just go to the main area.
Apparently, it's going to take Ivy 73 minutes to show up. She's not in a hurry. Like, yeah, you can deal.
Hey, you can blame that one on you. He was just going to get a fucking cup of coffee for this morning because he's got to wet his throat. Technically, what is done.
I don't remember anything last night. The last I remember is getting ready for a party. But then we got to the party, I started drinking, and that's it. That's all I remember. What happened? Someone help me. What happened, please?
You got me. I woke up in the forest.
I love the fact that there's only one person who has a full catalog of the events.
Like, I got to the party, I got all dressed up by Selena, we started drinking, and I woke up with this really nice blanket. It looks a lot like the one I already had.
Is it the one you had?
Hold on, and she'll check their inventory. It is!
That's good.
I'll put that back, and they'll stuff it into their pocket.
So, what is Noro there? Or Kevin? No, Kevin's
Noro is
hungover.
definitely there. He's currently dealing with a hungover Kevin who he drug in here just to slowly fucking drip feed water like a damn hamster with omelet that was kindly prepared for him by the wonderful half fucking nude Eerie in the kitchen.
Kevin is still half stuck in his basket.
There's Eerie. They know about being a woman. You should ask them.
But yet, the thing is, I don't want to be a woman.
Kevin kind of perks up a bit. Oh, this is just a matter of time, but I would recommend not talking to Erie just yet. Unless you want to be a mom right away.
I don't want to be a mom. I want to be a dad.
Well, you can still be a dad. I think. Wait, you didn't lose that, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, see, you can still be a dad.
Oh,
I am not awake enough for social interaction.
Ah, yes, Demi. That's it. That's my boy. Stir the pot. Good boy. No, and he'll just walk up behind Keon and slide that big ass arm around. I've always wanted to be a dad.
Absolutely not. And you will move away.
You don't even know me. That's fair, actually.
Is this what it's like for when I hit on the women? Oh god, it's creepy.
Yes.
Oh, you don't have any room to talk. Oh, I do, because it's a woman. It's not okay. Do you have any idea how many women creep on me 24/7?
Yes.
Is that okay?
No.
And yet here nobody's crying in social outrage for Faraji.
Because you like it.
I don't like
Do you like?
See, that's exactly what all those women think.
Yeah. That's exactly what they think. I don't like being objectified, Dylan. I like being recognized as a person and people complimenting my beauty. Just because I am beautiful doesn't mean I'm an object. It means I'm a beautiful person.
Okay, moving on from this.
You know, misandry is the same as misogyny. It just has tits.
Is that what it's called? Misandry?
Yes.
Misandry, yeah.
Oh. Didn't even know there was a term for it.
Mm-hmm. Now we get to... Thank you. We've unearthed Faraji's struggles with sexual harassment, because they are real. But anyways, Don't worry. Even if you have to stay like that, I promise I will share. Well, I don't have a beauty regimen, but I can make you.
He's like,
Look
I,
at the hair. This gorgeous hair. Oh,
Speaking of, his mane probably would have gotten longer in his hair.
Nah, it would have gotten shorter if you were more womanly.
he gets it from his mom because of the masculinity. It did get longer, but much softer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, Kevin is offering up one of the secu candies that he still has. There, I probably help even you a little bit.
No!
you'd say he's giving him one of the succubus candies.
He kind of has it offered up in a coil at the end of his tail. It's leaving you out at least.
No, I don't know.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'll take that. And then Demi will grab that and just pocket it.
Oh,
And he's gonna sit down.
use it only for good.
Yeah, there's no way that's happening.
He's like, do you know his mother?
Oh, I didn't even know. Hi, by the way, I'm Kevin.
Hi, I'm Demi. I'm Ivy's kid.
Oh,
Oh,
you're good stock. This is good.
Different dad. But yeah, no.
So, like, is Divvy your name, or is it just like the slur that everyone calls you? Like,
No, my name is Demi, which I know is confusion. My name, technically in this world, it's a triple threat. My name's Demi. I'm a demi human, and I'm a demigod.
wait, Ivy slept with a demigod?
No. Ivy's a human. My dad was a god, or goddess, godlet.
You little fucking godlet.
Yeah, they figured out shape shifting and had a lot of fun with it. I was mostly raised by goblins, though. Technically, 2 hobgoblins.
Fiona just pacing back and forth, trying to calm herself down.
Calm down, you'll be fine. As was turned into a chick once.
Oh,
She changed back.
you said the one thing you shouldn't say. Never tell someone to calm down.
I'm trying to calm down.
Never in the history of calm down has anyone ever calmed down.
We should get Glycol in here. It works for them.
I don't know. If his wife is still here, she might recommend him as Fiona. Fiona?
Oh, yeah, that's
No.
right. They might try to
No.
marry him off.
No, not Fiona. Fiona, stand. Yes, but Glycol, he can help. He might be able to tell me what happened.
I mean, they are in one of the guest rooms. If you want to go find them.
He's not going to go searching. He's not going to do that. He's going to wait till everybody wakes up so he can talk to them.
Hey, wait, Glycol, is that little guy that threatened to fuck Edgy when he was shit talking?
I guess I'll just go get Eerie. She might know best. That's Glycol.
No.
There he is, right there in the kitchen.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Ricky just slowly rises up from behind the counter. Hey, how's it go? Oh, wait, look, bacon. Would you mind saving me some of that? I'm gonna put it in my inventory and take it home in a little while, or a couple weeks, whenever we're done. Why? Because I like to feed my girlfriend. I like bacon. I mean, I like bacon too. No, you understand. They like bacon. Yes. Okay, I just don't put this in a doggy bag and unpack that whole
Well,
problem.
Consider if this doesn't, if Fionn doesn't become Fionn again, but her name is
What?
What? You became robot and cut out.
Who wants to bet how long it's going to take for him to be a daddy mom? God damn it, this internet sometimes. Kevin just he's managed to kick the basket loose of himself. So, assuming Fiona turns back into Fiona, how long, or that it takes a longer time? Who wants to bet how long it's going to take for them to be a daddy mom?
Don't you stop that.
Hey, I need to make some money. I don't get paid. Well, I get paid great. I just have really bad financial decisions.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
what
I
I'd
do too.
say you just stop spending all of your money on exotic foods from traders.
But it's. I don't get to go to those places. How else am I going to get that stuff?
For the last time, Kevin, just come over on the damn weekends when we're off. Silyrin will cook for us. She'll make us a meal. She makes delicious food. Hell, most of the snacks I give you, I don't even buy. She makes those damn things. Like literally, 90% of the
You
desserts
don't
I
want to seem like
shred.
a user, though.
Listen, if she didn't want you to eat them, she wouldn't make them and remind me to give them to you.
Oh, no. He is far more touched by that than you can imagine. He actually teared up a little bit. I guess I will stop by on the weekends then.
Cartoon snake tearing up. Just full on anime giant wobbly tears with like 3 shines on each drop.
Mhm.
There you go. Sent to shitposting.
Well, it's not all that bad, Fionn. You know, girls have a way better orgasm.
No, that's like,
How is that supposed to help?
well,
Well,
I
you're
mean,
kind of a skank, so I mean, maybe you would take some sort of credit on
Shut up! That's not helping!
that.
just
I'm not
Bonnie over
trying.
here. Bonnie doesn't help, by the way. They'll just remind Fionn. Well, we both know I'm very good with my tongue.
It's not helping, but it's true.
You go on. I'd like to know more. No.
No.
Yeah, he's our dad. Sorry. It's true. It's a problem. I'm going to therapy for it. Well, Farah and Pia, but still, visit them on the weekends. What are the weekends? Faraji took it upon himself to go find Glycol. And then he just comes back and just grabs Fionn. Come on, we're gonna go get Glycol.
Hey.
It's all part of the plan.
Just little
If
paw.
it makes you feel any better, it only takes him 2 or 3 pushes.
I'm going to stab you!
No, you're not.
Well, from what he's implying, he's going to tell you, so be ready for that.
What?
No,
Enjoy.
So Fiona is brought to Glycol.
just brought to the door and just Faraji gestures for them to open it.
Fiona will open the door slowly.
Opens the door slowly, and the first thing that fucking Fionn sees is just the bare chest of a half orc, just like leaning with one hand on the center of that sliding door and the other on the wall.
Oh. Hello.
The small little mage from behind just leaning around the elf or the orc. You know, you could not.
Sorry, I'm going through a little bit right now.
Well, you walked in on your parents before. Shut the door.
She will shut the door.
It's a robot. Pica will slide open the door and begrudging half-orc noises as they go and get Dreas. Just second wife. Okay. Got a whole lot of questions right here, but I'm sure you have a lot more too.
I
So,
just
Now the question is, how
I
many
j-
people are crowded around the door listening in?
it's not hard for, Fiona to see all of you considering they're on the other side of the fucking door. Okay. Have you decided on a name?
no, I want to know what happened. Why I'm this like this?
Have you tried asking your, teacher?
Yes.
Not the
I think they
snake.
booped out.
Not the Kevin with, the brain, unless it's blue. The one that's been writing everything down.
He's been writing everything down.
Yes. How do any of you talk to the person who's responsible for your well-being more than when it's, them telling you not to catch an STD?
Sometimes.
There's nothing saying that this wasn't an STD.
This is an STD I'd like to catch.
They'll just kind of, well, actually, you can catch this STD from some succubi.
Oh,
They
interesting.
can infect you with a succubi, basically disease that corrupts you and turns you into, and not like one of them. It's one of the other reasons that there's like 300 succubus matrons trapped in Randall's kennels because they keep wandering in to search for the great power of the undead king. Because they're horny bitches. Just, oh, aren't you cute? Closes in box. What the fuck? Just as he's walking around it, saran wrap. Well, actually, it wouldn't be him. It'd be like one of his little kobold minions saran wrapping the box with them in it.
No, they just do that asshole move where they put saran wrap over a doorway that's like super obvious once you enter the front door. It's just like
walk up here.
here, and then it snaps shut.
Grab Fionn by the head and close their eyes, and when they open them again, they have that little runic kind of inscription on them, and they're that bright azure color as they press their forehead to the. Okay. I see. That is. Damn, that is a long
What?
night. Okay. You can. Yeah, this is easy fixable.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that won't be a problem to fix. Good luck.
How do I fix it?
Oh. I really want to tell you, but I feel like your character wouldn't be developed further if I told you right.
Please. Oh God.
Oh, technically I'm a legal guardian and it's in my best interest. Well, you can either wait a couple of weeks and it'll wear off naturally.
Or
Or you could talk to an infernal male and get their blood. And then you use it to make a concoction that counteracts the succubi subclass of infernal that's currently coursing through your vein. By the way, the cocklust will kick in about 3 hours, so have someone you trust around.
what
'Cause
will
it's
kick in?
coming.
The
No,
lust.
no. There was a word before that. You heard it.
I know I heard it. I just don't want to accept what I heard.
Well, I also seen a few things that Raji did with them, so I don't think it'd be a foreign concept.
Shh.
Well, I'll be quiet about it, but what about them? And point to the eavesdroppers.
Well, all of you, fuck off.
I don't have to. I brought you here.
You're technically my responsibility, so no.
Neon. Dusting. Our Rinia.
So it's either
Oh,
wait a few weeks or find the
I should go
infernal
tell his
male.
moms. That would be a good thing to do.
Oh yeah, if you're looking for his moms, they're actually, I think they're in one of the fucking upstairs bathrooms or something. I don't know. I heard it when I was walking by last night.
Oh, I'll go look for them.
Sound
And
like two
Kevin
people
kind of
trying to
just
pull a log out of a wet boot. Anyway,
Kevin kind of wanders off. Lana, 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 you don't have a son anymore.
yeah.
Alana's going to be the first one to sling the door open. Just what? What happened to my boy?
Well, still your kid, but no,
I
it's
like
more
how
like
Alana doesn't
your
even care
daughter.
that they're in a fucking torn up bunny girl costume, like chest and ass in torn the fuck off.
It comes to her boy, baby. She don't care.
Kevin just kind of
Oh, stiff in my neck.
oh,
God. This is the one you see
this
first.
this makes
Janaya.
a lot of sense. Your boy
And
is no longer your boy. Is your daughter. I think I haven't seen
she's
much.
gonna shake Kevin.
But
What happened to Fionn?
Hey, come on, show, come, let's go.
She will follow.
So Glego's gonna go ahead and kidnap Fionn for a second, and they're gonna get an exposition that they really didn't want to hear him talking about. So, because I have a problem, it's a little mixed blessing, courtesy of our favorite giant serpentine deity of torment and sacrifice. Uh,
Background a bit when you talk about it.
um, I 90% of the time when teaching my lessons see very slim and slender and beautiful women of legal age stroll past, sauntering themselves in front of me, and I get the urge to grasp them by their hair and throw them over my desk until I wear out the varnish. But because that would be immoral, and I'm a very faithful and monogamous man, the only one in this entire fucking country or world, apparently, I take these, and he'll pull out a little fucking metal cask and pop it open and take out a sort of like diamond shaped blackish pill and just set it in Fion's hand. That will work for 18 hours.
What does it do?
When you get horny and you pop one of those, you're not. You just aren't.
Fionn.
Feels
Alright.
hard. Don't try whatever you do to overpower it, because the more that like, if you decide while it's running through your system, like go for some sex, it will backfire and make it worse. Just put it in there and leave it alone.
Kellogg's would like to know your location.
Now, I would like you to know that they'll shut the little cast. These are anal G6, not anal G6. They go in your mouth.
I know that.
Well, it's just some people can't read, and he'll point to the case, and it's centilard stifling stoppers. Yes, I made these. Listen, I need help. Sometimes. I mean, hell, I wear these fucking rings for a reason. Well, this one's a wedding band. This one is a special one.
So,
Yeah, I brought your mom.
Alana, what happened? Why do you have tits? I don't know, ma. And thus the decline of Kevin's probability of understanding begins because they start both going full blown Irish.
Hey, I don't need that kind of language in here, all right? I gotta go deal with them like, isn't it? Can y'all get out of here so I can get back to doing what I was doing before somebody threw the door open?
I'm sorry if I'm worried about my child.
Well, your child shouldn't have fallen. You know what? You'd be thankful that they have walked in on you, so I didn't traumatize them.
Alright.
You know, get me worked up and fucking y'all fucking got me all hot and bothered and pissing me the fuck off, just slowly pulling the other thing off. Where are you at?
To be fair, Fiona, you do have a nice life. This could work in your favor.
Yeah, stop it.
I don't think I will.
You go find something in your butt.
You think this scares me?
Yeah, it doesn't scare him, trust me. And what about that?
No.
Why don't you tell him? Hey, why don't you tell him about that time you were a girl? And then Glyca will shut the bathroom door. Get out of
You
here!
tiny bastard!
Oh, you had a girl for a time.
No, it is a lie.
I love that insult, you tiny bastard. I prefer you diminutive dickwad.
No, tiny, like a bastard should be. You bastard.
From the
Fiona.
bathroom. Leave my manlet alone.
Hey, on my side.
Fiona. No. What happened?
Wait, well, I just got here.
No.
You don't need to worry about it there, bud. Just ignore the new addition to our
she's-
party who thinks it's a travesty to have tits.
Oh, wait, what happened to Kevin or what happened to Fionn?
What happened to me? We can talk about what happened to
Hey, this
Kevin
is the whole
later.
thing that we're all curious
Yeah,
about.
just
No,
everyone
we don't
walk
have
with
to.
me. Everyone just walk and follow me. Get the hell out of Glyco's room. You do not want to hear that monstrosity like I did that one time. I made the mistake of having those Wilgix ears on last night.
And Fiona will leave the room with the stuff
By the way,
that was given to him.
I'm about to ruin all of your children's day. Every one of your parents are having sex at the same exact time.
Fiona, that's not a surprise to me.
Kevin isn't one of the children.
Exactly. So you don't know. Ha.
Kevin, I want you to know that you were so drunk, I literally could have sat my balls on your face and you wouldn't have known.
That's probably true, but you're a good friend and you don't take advantage of friends.
That's true,
Yeah.
and I'm extremely monogamous, also like Glyco, so I'd never do something that fucking horrible. Okay, so
Exactly.
let's
This is why you're a
see.
good friend.
I am a great friend and a great teacher. Besides,
It's
be
true.
thankful that I'm writing all of this down, and it's not for your benefit, so don't get ahead of yourself. This is entirely so I can tell Slytherin about everything, so she doesn't have to be kept out of the loop.
Oh no.
What? I'm sorry. I like telling her how my days went.
No, it's not that. It's just. I left the guild as men. I go back with tits.
Do you have any idea how common it is for adventurers who like to drink things they find in dungeons on a dare to come back with tits? Get someone to
No.
come back as a completely different species with tits?
No.
It happens a
Well,
lot more common than you think.
there are support groups.
Do you have any idea how much dungeon loot is cursed to do exactly that? Just because someone thought it was funny and left it there?
That sounds like something Ivy would do.
We're gonna have to talk about that, by the way, because I'm pretty sure one of your moms is in fact leaving cursed objects in the local dungeons.
Okay.
Okay, so you handed your drink to Naibai, and Naibai put one technically eighth, what was remaining of a concentrated succubus candy inside of your drink with a little bit of, I believe, some sort of, I want to say vital leaf or possibly stem root, or maybe an anti-poison. I couldn't really tell. And they mixed it up, and then they gave it back. So yeah, Naibai.
Fion's eyes are gonna go straight to Naibai.
Naiba's just kind of dumbfounded. I did something like that?
You spiked my drink with a succubus candy?
Oh, I mean, I could give you more interesting news. Like Faraji used his shadow breathing to hide between Doro's legs and lick her butt cheeks or something. I don't know. I heard their conversation in passing. It was just.
I can't blame him.
Um. Yuri spent the better part of several hours trying to telepathically get inside of my head, which didn't work, mostly because Glycol was apparently also inside of my head. Just to, again. So, by the way, if you ever had a headache last night, it's because Glycol was scanning everyone's brains to make sure that she wasn't sexually violating your dreams. So that's the whole thing. Mons walked off with the fountain at the 4th hour and returned at the 5th hour halfway through and brought the fountain back, and then Masa had to help repair the damage. Demi found Nori Ori and Ori Nori and a random Kitsune person, and then that large dragon gentleman took them to his room. And Eiji found some sort of adorable satyr that's wandering around. Let's see. Suyoi had a total of 37 women try to get him to put a finger in their bum, and that was 37 women who were denied getting a finger in said bums. I'll be here. Drive safe. Thank
Okay, so Uncle Gleggle told me that there are two things I can do to that this can be reverted. I can either wait a few weeks, or I can find a male infernal, get his blood, and make some concoction with it.
What
It's
happens?
probably going to be a male.
Wait,
Subspecies?
well, what
Huh?
happens if you get pregnant while you're like this?
I'm not going to get pregnant like this.
I
Educated
know
guess.
who your mom is. That's really likely.
Both
Probably
Alana and Fionn,
accelerated.
shut up!
They're just mad because I'm right. And also, what are we doing? Where are we?
Didn't your
I'm still
mom
not
want
fully up yet.
grandkids?
Alana, of course I want grandbabies.
Well, see, there you go.
But I think the problem is that she wants them from me.
Well, get to it.
Nightbite, do you know how hard it is for me to not flick your ear off right now?
Do you know how awake I am currently?
Wait, flick an ear off? Do it. Do it to me. Oh, it went flying! Ah! Mom will go fetch his ear and then just...
Did you just eat your disattached ear?
Well, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. No, it's kind of a good idea. My
Okay.
mom does that sometimes, you know. Yeah, I do it too when I like have a bad mutation. What is it with people being squeamish about repurposing cells? Exactly.
Because a lot of people don't do that.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
A lot of people get the shakes when they try to eat themselves. Either it's muscular fatigue or it's actual neurological problems.
Sounds like bitch problems to me. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. By the way, yeah, again, an educated guess would be an infernal of the subspecies of incubi, or maybe you could get away with an omnibi if you're really lucky. But wouldn't really try because that might compound the problem. And two, it might compound the problem in several ways depending on how you approach them. But the problem is, I don't know what you're thinking, but in Oro, you have an infernal body. It has to be the official thing.
I figured that much because it would your forms still have your blood technically, right?
Well, yeah, they have my blood in the form of that species, but I don't have the same connection. Not as strong. Okay. Here's
So,
something interesting.
what?
Apparently, last night, Ricky and Shadow and Glyco's wife managed to successfully kill a false Leviathan that was lurking out in the water.
It killed a what?
False Leviathan.
Hey,
They're 90 to 215 kin lengths long, so I think in your world units from chart that I got from chart that I got that one time. That's about anywhere from 140 to 400 feet long.
Dion.
Large
Oh,
predatory sea creatures, monsters technically, and they depending on what their diet is. Anyways, yeah, there's dead
well,
out in the water.
alright, so I'm calm. You know how awkward this is? It's going to be shooting a bow now?
Oh, please. There's people with bigger boobs than you that shoot bigger bows. You'll get used to it. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, Ivy uses a bow, and we've all seen Ivy.
I
Maybe
mean,
I can get some. Speaking of Ivy,
you could just wear a breastplate. That'll keep everything flat.
Or you
True.
could wear a bra. But again,
You're probably going to have to do that because your back's going to start hurting soon.
Well, I mean, bras do more damage to your tits, though. It actually causes them to sag early.
How is this suddenly common knowledge for everyone?
Sura knows it because they're Sura. Mom knows it entirely because he made the comment to his beautiful Faramia once, and she explained that's why she never wears a bra. Plus, it gives easy access when she's frisky. And he's like, oh, there's a bonus. I believe her words were, I'm a centaurus. If I have perky breasts, people are going to look past the centaur part. If they're saggy, they'll be more disappointed in me.
oh,
Yeah,
Kevin
anyways.
just kind of holds up a hand. It is decided there will be no bras for the kitty titties until we get this fixed.
Dion is gonna
Listen, I
flick Kevin on the snoot.
Oh.
Everyone in agreement say aye.
I don't care.
What are we agreeing to?
Also, Kevin here, this will sober you up, and then fucking Nora will hand him a piece of peanut brittle.
You know just the trick. Just yumps
You can
the
thank
shit
Slytherin for that.
out of that
Free
peanut
peanut
brittle.
brittle specifically for you. Made it
I need to
with,
get her something.
you know what you can
Dion,
get her? You can get her a thank you note as head administrator and acknowledge that she does so much work for us. Or just get her bacon. Bacon always works.
Oh, this is a fair point.
It's weird. I've never seen an elf love bacon like she does. It's uncanny.
well, since now I know what happened and how to fix it, I'm calm. I'm going to go get me some breakfast and some coffee.
Erie's making omelets. They're delicious. Go thank her, by the way. They have bell peppers and garlic and a couple other things chopped up in them, and also some cheese that she said Ricky and her made themselves. And no, before you ask, it's not some sort of dumbass sexy cheese. They made it themselves from, well, technically snake milk, and that's very suspicious, but it's not of the testicle kind. So
I'll be sure to thank her. Then,
it has a spicy flavor.
well,
Oh, let them know what meat you want. Let them know what meat you want. Yeah.
Theon will go to the kitchen.
Neva will also go to kitchen. They want ham on theirs.
Alright, him coming up. And Ricky will
Mm.
just kind of duck down and then magic himself up some ham and set it on the counter. Start
Theon would ask politely for some sausage on her omelet.
sausage. Damn, that you want sausage that quick? I'm kidding. I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. Uncle Ricky knows. He's not gonna tease you. They're just being media, aren't they? Rude asses.
Oh, I don't remember
No,
if
I
I
would
ever
tease you.
asked. Does magic have a taste?
Depends on the
Yeah.
kind, I
Like,
guess.
like if you
It prob-
if you
probably
conjure some
depends on
food.
how well it's done.
Yes, magic has a taste, and it depends on the user's intent and talent.
Okay.
However, the less talented and the less meaningful the intent, the less nutritious it is. However, it will never be as nutritious as authentic food. But it is enough nutrition you could survive day by day if need be.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like a diet plan to me.
Now, don't do it
It's
for
like
too
all
long.
of the flavor, but none
Do
of the
like-
calories.
Prestidigitation on this fucking water to make it taste like steak.
Listen, do it for a couple of months because your body will go into a sort of like a weird magical malnutrition kind of state because you're not really getting a lot of good nutrition and you're just trying to replace all of that with magic, so it builds up sort of like kidney stones or like just sediment, makes you sick.
I'm sure it's fine to do for like a week and then regular food
Yeah.
and then a week.
Like there have already like the medical field in this world's already like studied that, and they found that it is safe to do it up to 3 months at a time if you continuously consume water to keep your cells hydrated. You're gonna have to double your water intake when you're going on that diet though, because it's something that people have tried. However, it does hurt. You're gonna have to consume a lot of mana potions.
Yeah, I imagine so.
It's a great spell to know if you're just out in the middle of fuck all nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Eerie and Ricky. This is an oddly cute moment of them making omelets together.
Fionn would also ask politely for a cup of coffee.
I'm sure Eerie
want
is
black?
somehow making it sexy.
Well,
Yeah,
Eerie
she was
doesn't
doing
have,
it.
Hello?
Eerie doesn't. Yes, but Ricky wants to know if you want it black or would you like it with like creamer, milk.
Some milk and sugar, please.
All right, and he'll just kind of pour a cup, walk over, and just kind of squeeze Eerie's boom to get the milk, and then add a teaspoon of sugar. What? You think I'm gonna fucking magic up some milk? Those things are real. Okay, yeah.
He's so appetizing, he started to do it.
Okay. And he jumped. By the way, don't worry about them teasing you. They do it because they look.
It's true.
Can I get an iced latte with breast milk? Milk.
Certainly. Wait, you sure you want it ice, or would you like that milk hot and scalded? Because she can do both. Yeah.
Iced, please.
All right. Cup and wait. Why the hell am I gonna magic ice? Sin. That's some ice. Well, that's a whole ass chunk. Thank you. And then Ricky will just kind of push the chunk and turn it from fucking solid to crushed with the pressure of his thingy. There we go. Yeah. It kind of throws Eerie off for a second when they get, milk. There is your omelet. Thorns omelet. By the way, why would you just why are you still, Fiona, but he's maybe
What did they say?
fuck, who knows? It's Ricky.
He's-
rambles.
Sounded like he asked Fiona something, but okay.
Why don't you just call yourself Fiona? Ease.
Is your mic working?
Oh,
No. No.
no,
No.
no.
I must have done the mute.
Yeah.
I guess it muted.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
There it goes.
Yeah, we didn't hear you the whole time that you were joined last.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, kids, happy Halloween.
Hey, happy Halloween. Bjorn will
Enjoy-
thank them.
Enjoy the coffee and enjoy. By the way, the breast milk's a little spicy.
Wait,
Bjorn, that's
Little
fine.
what's a
It's
hallow
the,
and why are we weaning it?
in our world, there's a pagan tradition that it's been bastardized by corporate America most of the time. It's like you dress up in like the costume party everyone had. That's the tradition of it. Dress up, you have a good time, you be thankful that you're alive, you got friends, and you celebrate, give thanks to each other. Just mostly you have a good time, you party with it. But it really came from like the pagan tradition of like Hallows Eve and stuff and all that, and it was or some stuff like that. I don't fucking know. I'm not like a fucking historian. And it's just to recognize the time when the veil between worlds is weakest, and it's also the time around like it's similar to the Dia de los Muertos that the Hispanic culture has, which talks about like remembering the dead and talking to the spirits and all that shit.
Oh,
That's what Halloween. Yeah, it's similar to this world's celebration of shadows. And not the goofy kind that's currently drunk at Drike's house, probably stuck in some sort of weird sex stack with them.
I was just thinking that.
Did they get in a sex sack somehow, or did they go to separate rooms?
I mean,
Whoa, no, the sex sack is a little bit too intense for Shadow. He's relegated to the sex stack.
That's what I said, the sex stack.
you said that, but I mean, Drake and Vega aren't really like opposed to it, and since none of the children were there because Mob stayed at his place to because his friends are here.
Mhm.
Feel better?
No.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
So he figured, well, might as well put his twins to use. And basically, it was less of a sex stack and more of like, let's all sit on Drake. That man couldn't tell whose ass was what in the dark. All I know is they were all uncomfortably large.
I can't thrust if I'm going sideways.
Now Shadow and Sirius both see where Mob gets that aggression in his
Yeah.
personality from. And you got the Noodle who's a little traumatized by watching the violent display of fucking Drake just beating that creature half to death. We'll leave it here with you enjoying your prickles.
Yeah.
Preface.
As long as that tells breast milk, y'all happy?
Wait, we managed to squeeze
I
the breast
guess.
milk meme in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the cheese is made with.
It's not going to have any side effects, is it?
For you to find out, isn't it, Fiona?
Cheese won't give you
Shut!
no side effects, but the raw, the raw stuff straight from the tap that you're drinking, that's gonna heat your body up something fierce.
Oh, no. No.
All right.
It's okay, it's good for you.
Shut.
How many hours has it been?
Well,
No.
it's been about an hour and a half, so he's got an hour. Well, that's gonna cut the time down to about another 20 minutes before Fiona goes into heat.
Ah,
Thanks, ears.
No.
You know what? I know exactly who's gonna deal with that too. I'm gonna make the mistake of leaving Fiona alone and just gonna feel a hand on their shoulder. Hello. Here to go to the onsen with me?
Damn.
Now who's that?
is that the ice kitsune?
I can foo you.
Ooh.
Didn't Fiona have the hots for Fuyu?
Yes.
Fuyu can smell a bitch in heat from like 30 miles away.
Fuck.
Kitty fits with babies.
Oh yeah, you'd be absolutely thankful that it's like 90% chance that Ivy makes him take some sort of pill before that, because with his fucking hit record, that motherfucker's hitting 7 for 7. That's just that you know.
Yeah. He's been hitting bullseyes each time.
Kevin reiterates pretty kitty fits with babies.
No, no kitty kitsus.
Kitten kits.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Pretty kitty kitten kits.
I like how
Fiona
everyone,
wanted to.
I'm just like neutral in this, but every other person in the party except Fiona, like fucking Candy Cane, is on board with Fuyu making a baby with
Pretty kitten kits. Pretty kitten kits. Pretty kitten kits.
Fiona wanted to bunt Naibai out the window, but he knows not to.
Yeah, especially considering that Mons was approaching the house, to just come check on everyone, because even he could hear the screaming. But to be fair, he's got hyper awareness because of those big ass fucking super muscles.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm still recording.
Holy-
Oops.